there's rumors that Chris, FB, and me and Casey can never be in the same room. So we're halfway there.
Bigspin Podcast. I'm Chris. I am here with Chris, pro fingerboarder for Blackriver. Talk to me about Fast Fingers 21.
About this event in particular?
This event in particular.
Or just Fast Fingers?
Is this your first Fast Fingers? Probably not.
This is my... good question. Maybe third?
Third Fast Fingers.
But I've also... There was like some summers that I was here that there wasn't a Fast Fingers.
Right.
But then I was here last September for Slow Fingers on the second part.
Okay.
Because I did early in May, I think.
Yeah.
So this is probably my fourth one, I would say. Let's just say fourth.
Fourth, to be safe. Mm-hmm. Now, the real question is, are you competing in this year's Fast Fingers?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
I always do.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's sick. So
even though I'm announcing, I'll be like, all right, hold the mic, and I'll switch it to Ramon. That's usually when me and Ramon will like switch our halfway point.
Okay.
Because like 100 riders in the beginning is a lot of people to announce for.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
That's sick. So you've already competed 3 times. You're about to compete a 4th time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What is it like competing in something as like high level as Fast Fingers? I gotta imagine the nerves are just insane.
Yeah, it's definitely nerve wracking, but just have to have this. You just gotta do it.
How do you specifically prepare for a contest like Fast Fingers when it's such like a high level competitive like atmosphere?
I just try not to think about it because I know I'm not gonna win. I'm more of a style person. I don't got the bag of tricks, or the consistency.
Don't generalize it that way. You're pretty gnarly.
Okay, word. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
But yeah, I don't know. I think, I just keep it mellow. Just like, all right, I just try to make a little run in the beginning. Mm-hmm. That's just like something fun and chill to do.
Okay.
Go from there.
Okay.
If I get further, then try to think of something new.
I like that.
Try to keep it mellow though, mostly.
Okay. Keeping it mellow. Chris, talk to me about your first experience with fingerboarding and in general, just how long have you been fingerboarding?
Ooh, fingerboarding? Oh my God. 20-something years probably, around the time I started skating.
Really?
Yeah. So my parents were buying me, like my dad was buying me tech stuff at KB Toys.
Ooh, shout out KB Toys.
Yeah, that's old school.
That's real
deep
old
cut.
School.
And Tech used to have
You're aging us right now. Just
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, but there used to be like the Tech exclusive stuff at KB Toys. Remember that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
come on now.
My dad would get me that stuff. So I guess that was kind of the introduction. And then I got like a little more into it over the years, and internet was like first coming up at the time. But yeah, I would go on Tech forums and stuff, and then I saw like Deshaun Harris and Mike Schneider as like a infant, and Nate Jones and what's his name? Danny something. Cup Holder 08. I'm forgetting his name right now.
I like how you remember the username.
Yeah.
Cup Holder 08.
Danny something. He rode for Flatface for a little bit, but
really?
Yeah, but he was like way older when I was like a kid. But that's kind of how I got into it with like Vegas fingerboards and like sending money in the mail and just hoping you got a board back.
You get something back. Dude, those were the days, man. You just send something out and just hoping it just comes back. No tracking.
There's no tracking.
No tracking, nowhere to call.
Well, you're just like, well, all right.
I like that. Next question here to move it along for you. How long have you been sponsored by Blackriver? And talk to me about the process in getting sponsored by a company as big as Blackriver.
I got sponsored by Blackriver, I think around the time that I was like 19 or 18. And what happened was pretty much I met Martin through Rendezvous. So I knew Mike through Tech forums, and then when I got really back into it, like later on in high school, I was on FFI and stuff, and then I was like, fuck it, I gotta go to Rendezvous. So then I went to Rendezvous when I was 18, like actually met Mike in person. You know how it is nowadays, like we're all internet friends pretty much.
Right.
And then, so we met, talked to Mike, slowly got on Flatface just from being like just super good friends. I eventually like lived at Mike's house for like half a year. So, just like being good friends. And then, I met Martin, and then they hit me up like, hey, we're going to do a bunch of Southern California events. And this was early on with all those early Venice videos and stuff. Right. So I would just drive down to LA from SF all the time, just hang out with them. Whenever they wanted to come to SF, I would try to host them and, you know, you just build this like relationship. And then I was like, so what's up? Like, how's it going? And they're like, yeah, like, you want to ride for us? And I was like, of course, like, for sure. And then, yeah, and then that Fast Fingers came up in 2015. And I was like, I'm for sure going. Like, I have to make the jump. Best decision. Now I try not to miss them. And I've pretty much never missed a rendezvous after that one. Really? I've only missed like 2 or 3. There was one in the summer that I happened to miss. And then I think 2 were because I was going to college at the time.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
With a lot of people coming from all over the world to be here at Fast Fingers, obviously traveling is like a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we traveled to be here.
Yep.
Just for those who don't know, where are you from in the world?
I'm from San Francisco, California.
Was that born and raised or just?
I was born in SF and then I was raised in South San Francisco. So it's like a small suburb outside the city. It's like a 10-minute train ride into downtown. So I'm just outside of it.
Talk to me about the scene in that area right now.
Right now it's pretty good. Right now it's super sick. It's like me, Vlad from Catfish, Harry from Dr. M, Ish. You got another homie, Marshall. He's like a pro skater for Roger. He does boards and builds or something like that. Mm-hmm. I think that's his Instagram. Yeah, there's just it's like slowly coming together. Right. I think we got like a big hype after Rendezvous. We hung out a bunch, like me and Vlad and all those guys. Mm-hmm. And then we were just like, when we came back to SF, we were just like all fired up. So we just recently finished building like a huge concrete DIY out there. So super sick and it's going good. But in the past, it was like me and Sam Aroney and just like Eli and all these kids that like grew up out there. And just like, obviously my skate homies, we're kind of into it. So it's been cool. But yeah, shout out to Sam.
Absolutely.
Sam Aroney, Dumb One, Dex.
There you go. Shout out Dumb One. When it comes to your fingerboarding, would you say that like your skateboarding, as far as like your past, not so much your past because you're still obviously on a board.
Yeah.
But would you say that that's like is a big factor in your fingerboarding style and just like your overall creativity over the years with fingerboarding?
Yeah, I've definitely tried to fingerboard and skate. Pretty similar. Mm-hmm. My fingerboard's super loose. My skateboard is just as loose as you saw.
as I almost
died.
Yeah, I almost died the other day. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then just like I love just trying to make it look smooth and like a little creative. Try to like take some lines that people. I'm just not the most tech person, so I'm just like I'll take the other little route, find my own little niche.
No, I like that. I feel like I can relate because I'm definitely not one to try and overly get gnarly.
Yeah,
I like keep it simple.
There's a guy, Nick Perez from my local town that always says to do a trick, a hard trick done bad looks worse, or like a simple trick done well looks better than a hard trick done bad.
I like that.
Yeah. So that was skating, and I was just like, I always took that to heart to anything, really.
Absolutely. So it's also something to be said that we're here not only for Fast Fingers 21, but also to celebrate 25 years of Blackriver, right? Happy birthday, Blackriver. And as far as for over the past 25 years, looking back, talk to me a little bit about, in your own words, the influence Blackriver as a brand has had on the fingerboard scene all over the world.
I mean, it's like the one. It's like without them, there wouldn't be the Rendezvous, and the Rendezvous is like a huge U.S. event.
Right.
And, there was not many events before Fast Fingers, and Blackriver just kind of put all that stuff on the map by making like really quality stuff, which is, rip tape, Timo with the boards, like they all came together. That's Berlinwood, of course. And then, just Blackriver making trucks in like 2009, I think. Like that changed the game. No one was like tuning tech deck trucks anymore. I was actually professionally built fingerboard trucks, like for fingerboarders. And I don't know. They're the one. They always will be the one, I think. Yeah. I think that everything that they do will always just like be at its highest level, and they're the start of it all, so it's hard to be like, yeah. They might be in different zones in the company world of like realms of there's always going to be new stuff, but I think there'll always be like the kind of like footing for it all.
The staple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So you obviously have a Blackriver Pro ramp.
Uh-huh.
It's in my opinion, one of the best pro ramps they have.
Thanks.
And so, question for you: if you were to design a second pro ramp right now, tell me what that would entail.
You're just setting me up, dude.
Well, listen, between us, I know that there's a one that already is in the works in your mind, but just give me a brief overview of what if you were designing one right now and just had to throw out something totally new, not the one that's in your mind that's in the works.
Oh, a total new one?
Total new one.
Because there's gonna be a second one.
No, a second, and there should be.
There's
Your
gonna
first
be.
one's gnarly. Hopefully,
well, actually, technically, after the first one came out, they hit me up and was like, "Oh, do you have any other ramp ideas?" And the easiest one was just the 3 up, 3 down one that you can like slide against a wall.
yeah.
They came out with that, and they came out with the hip one that you could slide against the wall. They wanted to have like a wall series.
Yeah.
I think they were working on one that was like a quarter pipe that went into the wall, but maybe they didn't like the design, or maybe it wasn't as strong as they need. Like I feel like Blackriver, if they think something's not gonna like be the best or like work the best, they're like we're not gonna like deal with the problems. Like we want to have something that's solid. But if I was gonna have a ramp idea, there's actually one. I'm just gonna steal the one that's like at the company already that like I don't think they'll ever make because I think it's too hard of a production to make.
Okay.
But it's a box 3 and it has a baby with the pole bank.
I saw that upstairs in the office. I actually
It's
vlogged
the
that.
sickest thing ever.
Yeah.
But I think it's just too hard for them to make like and have the quality be up to par.
Because mixing a pole bank with a box,
Yeah.
just not.
Yeah, I don't think
When you see it, you're kind of like,
yeah,
that looks fun, but what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick because like you got like you could go up onto the box and then like wally stuff off or grind off. And then the other side you can like wally like from the other side, like the regular pole bank. It's sick. Oh man, it's a good one, but I think it's just way too hard for them.
So in hypothetical terms, that would be the next Chris Kraft ramp.
That or pallet reloaded, like a pallet with like a little bank on the side.
Pellet reloaded.
Yeah, you don't remember Blackriver reloaded all the ramps?
That's what I'm saying, but pellet reloaded. I
Yeah.
like the way that sounds.
Like a little piece of trim.
just a little
Someone
trim.
photoshopped that on FFI. That's not my joke, but it's still funny.
Okay, I can appreciate that. To wrap it up, let's see 2 more things here for you.
Okay.
Let's do a deck check. Talk to me about your current setup.
Do I have my board even
You
on?
did. You were sessioning that quarter in front of you.
No? Nah, this is typical me, huh?
Yeah.
My board right now,
I was surprised that you came to the event with a board.
well, I mean, I came here and set a new one up. You had to fix it, actually.
Yeah, I did, that is a true story. I had to fix his truck. But yeah, no, with a couple times we've run into you at Rendezvous though, you show up without a setup.
Well, yeah, it happens. I either lose it at the event, which isn't like losing it. It's more just I forget it somewhere.
Okay.
Or I just like forget to pack one. And then Mike's just like, you're going to set up a new one? And I'm just like, nah, I'll just whatever, use whoever's.
Yeah, but so you're talking about flying hundreds of miles to an event and forgetting the one piece of like what you need to be at that event.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it.
I think like the 2 times that actually crazy time is one time my dad like overnighted it.
Really?
Yeah, on UPS.
Shout
It's
out
like,
dads.
Yeah, thanks dad for that
Yeah,
one. Because
thanks.
that setup was really good, I remember.
Thanks, Father Kraft.
That was when I think I got the ender of his like rendezvous video. I did like kickflip, backboard side, tray flip out.
Wow.
Yeah, on like a thicker bar like that one. Like where the hand
Flipping out of a board slide, huh?
tray flip, yeah.
Wow.
Not realistic at all, but
I love it.
I still think it's like creative enough where you got to kind of wally. But
Even though we can't find your setup, what is your setup right now? What are you
setup
rocking?
is a 36 millimeter Berlin wood, no graphic. I am thinking maybe to laser engrave it later or something. I don't know. Maybe
maybe a Chris Kraft Pro graphic soon.
dude, that would be sick. But I just me and Timo have talked about it. We have some ideas. I just got to find the right person to illustrate it.
I feel that.
And I want it to look good, like
Really good.
like a nice symmetrical deck. Like the graphic has to look kind of symmetrical. Like, you know, the anchor, like it's got that nice weight
feel you.
to it.
I feel you.
And I'm over
Blackriver decks
the
there.
huh?
Couple Blackriver decks.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The anchors right here, the anchor
yeah.
boards. They got the nice like weight to them.
I feel it.
And I'm not
I
really a
feel it.
fan of the like just one square thing in the middle. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel you.
I think it just got overplayed by like FA years ago.
A little square right in the middle of the board.
Yeah, not a fan.
Okay, what kind of trucks are we rocking on your current setup?
36 millimeter Blackrivers with white hard Blackriver bushings and pivot cups, and then I just squish the hell out of them.
Squish them down.
You already know this.
I already know. We talked about that yesterday.
Got FBS tape. Thank you, Katha. She sent me a box, and I have like
beautiful,
way too many sheets. It'll last me my life probably.
There you're gonna go.
Because I use the same setup for a full year usually.
Do you also wash your FBS tape in the sink before use?
I'm not going to talk about what I do.
Okay.
To my tape.
Little trade secrets.
No.
Oh, wait. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
That's gross. Yeah, please don't. We're trying to stay monetized.
Yeah.
All right. And let me ask you.
And then, of course, flat face.
Oh.
Blackriver edition.
Okay.
White
wheels.
D.
Do you prefer plastic wheels?
Yeah.
Over urethane?
Yeah, urethane, I don't like how... Well, if you have clean plastic D wheels, they're really grippy. And I like the fucking skirt that you get. And I feel like with urethane...
Can you do that sound again?
Skirt.
I'm going to clip that. Go ahead.
You could use it as a ad lib for a rap song.
There you go.
Yeah, urethane's just like too grippy. I feel like when I try to tray, it doesn't slide enough. Like, not that I was trying to slide a bunch, but it's just like it's too. It needs to be too. You need to be really perfect with all your tricks.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of sloppy, but it's like a cool sloppy, I guess.
A style sloppy.
Yeah.
Some people don't understand that. Some people don't understand the slop style.
Like sometimes you just got to look, like you're cruising.
I feel it.
And for that, I feel like you got to be really technical and just like
slam it down, bolt it down. Talk to me about your favorite moment in Blackriver history over the past 25 years.
That I've experienced, or just Blackriver?
No, just that you've experienced. Your personal favorite memory that comes to mind over the past 25 years of Blackriver.
Man, that's so hard.
That's tough. I could only imagine. You've been on the team for years. You probably have so many.
Yeah.
Give me like a top 3.
I mean, I guess all those SoCal events in the beginning were really awesome.
Right.
Those are really fun times. Because I was still in college and just was like going out skating, and then I had a place to crash. My homie was living out there in the Inland Empire. Shout out Nick Marshall. If you're watching this, his mom only sticker on her fridge was the one like the stickers where it's like people fingerboarding.
Oh yeah.
I was the only one on her fridge, and it was me fingerboarding. And every time I walked in the house, she'd be like, "What's up, fridge man?"
Oh, dude.
So
shout out moms.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. So all that time spent, because Martin and Heath were coming down to SoCal a lot at the time, and it was super sick. I honestly really think that's why the SoCal scene is so strong, is from just that kind of that little plant, I would say. So those were really good times. Obviously, all the time I spent here in Germany, Martin's done so much for the community and also so much for me. I would never be able to experience this, but I also no one else would either,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's just take it as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. Take it as a whole. All right, Chris Kraft, pro fingerboarder.
I wish I could give you something more. Best Blackriver, like a story or just thing?
Best memory. You getting on the team, releasing your pro ramp. You know what I mean?
Best memory.
I like that. We're deep in thought. Probably
I know.
The Jeopardy music.
I know. just
waiting.
just edit this so it's not so long.
No, I'm keeping all this in you. I want it to be really long.
Then I'll be here for all day. My
Let's
favorite
hear it.
Blackriver memory was when it was me, Sam, Eli, and his homie. I'm blanking his name right now.
Mm-hmm.
We were all chilling in Santa Cruz.
Okay.
And Boris Ditchy and Boris and I can't remember who else was with them. One more person. Oh, and Chris Daniels. Chris Daniels was with them at the
shout out
time.
Chris Daniels.
And they came and they just like were hanging out with us. We fingerboarded a bunch. We just kind of hung out. I think they were in Santa Cruz to check out. They were trying to get a U.S. warehouse to hold the Blackriver stuff, so they could have like a whole U.S. shipping instead of just shipping it always from Europe.
Yeah.
And then just seeing all of them, and then they just had boxes of completes, and we're just like, yeah, dig through it, like grab whichever one you want. And at the time,
that is fucking wild. All right. Bro, I thought the building was coming down on us, right? Yeah. Whoa.
but yeah, they pretty much opened up a box and it was filled with Blackriver completes. And I was just like searching through it. They were like, pick whatever one you want. And I think I found the only 32 millimeter that was in there at the time. Damn. And that was when they only sold 29s.
Right.
So I like dug for it and I got it. And I was like, this is life. And I used the hell out of that board. I still have it.
Really?
It's like a fuck yeah ASI blacked graphic.
Yeah.
And it's just
we did talk about you being a hoarder, so that kind of confirms it.
I don't even have all the things that really got me like going on YouTube back in the day. Like was the unboxings and reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Those boards I don't even have. Like the G12 or G10s and 11s, they're gone. I sold them to friends. They definitely just like probably threw them away. Yeah. They're not a hoarder like me.
Absolutely. Pro Fingerboarder Chris Kraft, happy birthday Blackriver, 25 years. Thanks so much for watching Bigspin Podcast. And we do need to have you on next time you're in SoCal for your full interview.
Yeah, maybe in September. We talked about this. I might be out there.
Love you,
but
bud.
you know I hate SoCal, so
yeah.
Love you too.
Happy birthday, Blackriver. 25 years.
Take care.